Welcome. Today I want to talk about the three ways that the spiritual ego hijacks your practice. I'm sure there are millions of ways, but I want to talk about three today. This video is inspired by a great post I read on Reddit that was talking about the spiritual ego. Now, I've made a video about this before as well, in which I call this spiritual arrogance. But I now realize that spiritual ego is a better word because when people start meditating, they want to lose their ego, they want to become spiritual or whatever. The problem is that they replace their normal ego. Instead of getting rid of the ego, they just replace one ego with another. So they replace their material ego with their spiritual ego. So today I want to talk about that three ways that the spiritual ego tries to hijack your practice. I'll link to the Reddit post down below. The first thing is the feeling of specialness. Many spiritual people in forums and in person, they're like, oh, I cannot meet with these unspiritual people. I can't understand them. My energy doesn't match these people. You know, all they want to do is talk about sports and TV. Oh, I don't feel like them. And this feeling of specialness. This, oh, I want the expressway to Nirvana. Oh, I feel so special. That's a very dangerous trap to fall into. Just because you meditate, you're not better than others. I've said this before as well. You're not better than others. You're not special. You're still a normal person. And yeah, it's true that when you start meditating, your friends might change. Stuff you used to enjoy, you will no longer enjoy. So you might have enjoyed going to parties or drinking with friends. You no longer enjoy that. That's fine. These things happen. Your interest will change. Your friends might change. But you must be very careful not to turn this into ego thing. Oh, I'm special. I'm better than these people. Meditation doesn't make you any better than anyone else. Okay, and I'll come to the second point. I'll talk more about this in the second point. But I just want to say this, that being able to enjoy life, the small things of life, which might be watching TV or having beer with your friends or watching a fun movie together, that's a part of the spiritual life. Meditation isn't just sitting on your bum chanting om. Meditation is going out into the world and living it and enjoying it. It's part of spirituality. If you meditate or you follow spiritual practice, that does not make you special or better than the others. You know, have some have some focus about your life. The second related point is the ego tries to judge our fellow brothers and sisters. So, oh, look at these unspiritual people wasting their time on their phones when they could be meditating like me. One of the great things I read in the post I was talking about earlier is the part of you that judges other people's egos is your own ego. If you look at somebody saying, oh, that person is so egoistical. Oh, look, they're wasting their time in these materialistic pursuits when they could be meditating. That's your ego speaking. Your ego has, hijacked your practice. It's not your role to tell other people how to live their life. We all have come on this world with our own path, our own journey. Each of us has our own spiritual path that we need to follow. You follow your own, let others follow their own. Don't judge others if you don't think they're not spiritual enough to your standards. Be very careful. This is a mistake beginners may make. Okay? Everybody has their own path. Let other people follow their own path. The Course in Miracles says the teacher of light only works on himself or herself. Let me repeat that. The teacher of light only works on himself or herself. You fix your own stuff, fix your own shit before you try to help others. In simple English. Don't judge your fellow brothers and sisters. Let them lead their life. If they want to, live a very materialistic life in your view, where they want to drive big, fast cars, that's their life. Let them live their life. They're following their own spiritual path. It's none of your business. Okay, that's point two. The third point is fake compassion and forgiveness. And in many spiritual paths, you're supposed to forgive others or have compassion for them. And the ego can hijack this as well. How? Forgiveness, you can, you can say, you're such an unspiritual person. You're such a selfish, arrogant person. But I forgive you because I'm so spiritual. See what you've done? Or you have compassion. Oh, these look at these selfish, arrogant, materialistic people. I have compassion for them, so they can, they one day they will also become enlightened like me. The ego has come in from the back door, and you turn into this great spiritual person. You have compassion for all these pathetic little losers. This is a form of the, to use a term from evolutionary biology, what's the word? Power play. The ego wants power. And we don't have to power. It's in whether it's in politics or via money or via trying to get more and more things. When people turn to spirituality, they also turn it into a power play. Who has the most power? The religious man. The priest has the most power, right? In the Middle Ages, the Vatican was a military organization. They had their whole a proper country with a proper army and everything. In every culture like that, every religion, the priest had a lot of power. So many people turn to spirituality, and the ego takes over, and they try to use that spirituality to increase their ego, to become more powerful, to become like priests of the medieval, in medieval Europe with a lot of power. Be careful. Don't. Now I'm hesitant to recommend people to practice forgiveness because forgiveness usually always leads to, arrogance. I'm better than you. I'm forgiving you because I'm better than you. And yeah, this is a very dangerous path. Don't go down that path. If you must practice compassion, I recommend you bless people, because you're blessing someone. You're saying, I feel this joy, I feel this peace, and I wish to share it with you. You don't think you're better than the people, you're just sharing your love and compassion for them. Again, you have to be very, very honest with yourself. So these are the three things where the spiritual ego can hijack your practice. One, feeling special. Oh, I'm so special, I meditate. Oh, I'm above better than these people running in there, living their materialistic lives. Second is judging your fellow brothers or sisters, saying, oh, they don't even meditate. Look at them, how selfish they are, wasting their time on YouTube or, whatever, Twitter or whatever, then when they could be meditating. Mind your own business, focus on your own shit, let other people follow their own spiritual path. Third thing is having fake compassion or fake forgiveness, in which the ego forgives other people. Ego makes itself better than other people and forgives them because, I'm better than you. Be very careful of this as well. These are the three traps. Remember, just because you meditate, you're not better than others. You're just following your own path. It's not your job to change the whole world. Fix your own shit first. Then think about changing the path. And how can you know whether you fall into these traps? Simplest way is to be very, very brutally honest with yourself. That's the only way. And whenever you feel contempt for others, you have to be in touch with your feelings and your thoughts and your emotions. And you have to constantly be thinking, am I judging my brothers? Am I on the right path? And if you have this honesty, this integrity, then you will not fall on the egoic trap, because the ego depends on you being uh, sleep. And if you're asleep, you're sleepwalking. That's how the ego takes over and hijacks you. So you must be aware of your thoughts. And I find journaling helps. Write down what your thoughts. Every time you feel you're judging someone, write down, what am I feeling? Just be honest with yourself. Don't judge yourself either. Just honestly write down your feelings. And if you're honest with yourself, you're throwing the light of your awareness. Your ego cannot creep in from the side door. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Usual like, please subscribe, helps me out. Thank you.